Hey, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys joining for this community call. The recording started unexpectedly while I had a mouthful of food here. Thanks for joining us. We are joined by a very special guest today. I don't know why I have my picture there. Oh, there we go. There's
There
Paul.
you go.
Paul's joining us today. We're joined today by Abe Day. Abe is the owner of Osmint, and we are doing some fun stuff with Abe. Abe and Element will be he'll be accepting the ELMT token as payment for his gold and silver. So we wanted to bring him on so that you guys can get to know him and he can tell us a little bit about himself and about his company. And he's got really cool, interesting philosophy about gold. We went really deep dive. We probably don't have time to go deep dive today, but man, Abe has some very cool philosophies about gold and it's right in line with exactly how we feel about gold. So Abe, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. It's great to be with you guys, and it's good to find out what you're trying to do with Element, and I think it's a wonderful thing. So,
Awesome. Well, tell us a little bit about what you do. Tell us about when did you get started? How kind of your origin? It was interesting in one of our first meetings. You were talking about goldbacks. We've talked about goldbacks with our community. Tell us a little bit about your history and how you got into Osmint.
no, that's great. So believe it or not, I'm the original creator of the original Goldback that they leveraged my art and designs to create that whole line. So we started United Precious Metals Association about 11 years ago. I was co-founder of that. I'm still chairman of the board. They kind of morphed into Alpine Gold, and then Goldbacks came from that. So my background is Disney product design. So I used to make video games and software for that industry for years and years, and I just saw like, the economy just kind of exploding and about to explode in about 2006, 2007, and I was so surprised how many people could not see stuff coming, and it was really disconcerting because I'm this designer, product guy, character artist for Disney, and I'm seeing this stuff because in my business we have to do all this crazy research, and it's just when you're a researcher you just come across how things work, and anyways, and so as I was trying to tell everybody not to buy any more mortgages and before it collapsed. I decided to kind of commit to go anything gold and silver because I realized our country was founded on a solid currency, a solid money that held its value. And right about that time, Bitcoin was coming out, and I was really intrigued with that was coming out. And so I actually created one of the first, or I attempted to create one of the first gold-backed cryptos in 2016, 2017 as well in this whole thing because I could see how really a crypto could be just a digital receipt for a physical metal. And so, anyways, I have weird partners and different things happening. And so, but what it ended up leading me to do is anything gold and silver related, I kind of had to pay attention to it because I felt like that was one of the fundamental things we needed to restore in America and restore here locally so we know how to do it. And I had a friend that used to own a mint, and we were working on an energy project together. And I didn't think much of it. He had sold it, but it never went. The deal never went through. So I had all this warehoused equipment, and then through a series of things happening and people not wanting me to work with different things anymore. I'm like I gotta go independent on some of this stuff. So I asked him if he wanted to sell this equipment to me, and he's like, he interviewed me. He really was curious why I wanted to get into it. I'm like, hey man, I just want to restore, sound money and figure this thing out before this is lost. And I was proven really right. There's only about 6 or 7 private mints in the United States right now. Like nobody knows how to do this stuff. In fact, I was able to receive one of these element coins. This is a gold element coin from one of our somebody brought that in and we purchased it from them. And the mint that minted this is no longer in existence. It's fallen by the wayside. And so anyway, so we started during COVID, right when it was actually for me it was the best time because there was no traffic. We were just going to work. We were setting up equipment, trying to figure things out. It was a good time to get into the gold and silver market because everybody's panicking on the economy, and but we were able to work through that. We've been operating for about 5.5, 6 years now, and we've got it down. We've got the design process down. I didn't think I'd use my art skills in minting because I thought it was purely like industrial, but what I've realized over time that gold and silver is actually art. And it's art on a coin, and it's identifiable. So I've been able to use all of those skills, plus
Yeah.
many more, to
That's
make
great.
this happen.
One of the awesome things about why we're very excited about our relationship with you is because you get crypto. A lot of
Yes.
the things that you talk about with the need of gold and silver and kind of trying to figure out how to get back to that standard, but also mixing it with crypto, like you got it. You were, like you said, you were one of the first people who started thinking about backing a crypto with gold. And obviously, with us, we're working on that as well. And so
Yes.
for us, it just seemed like a natural fit. We're really excited to be working with you, with your ability to accept Element for your products. Tell us a little bit about what you sell, because I've been in your office. It's awesome. We've now toured Oz Mint multiple times. In fact, Paul was at one of our first visits, and it's
Yeah.
very, very cool. Everything you do in house. I don't want to talk. I don't want to speak for you because I don't know if you want people knowing exactly what you do. If
Right.
you want to see how the sausage is made, but tell us
Right.
a little bit more about what your business does, because it is awesome from the front room to all these cool things you sell to the back to where you're actually minting. It's really cool.
It was really cool.
Yeah, yes, it's so yeah, we're a full-fledged mint, and we do on the actual die making side. So we create all kinds of custom projects for businesses, and also for just generic bullion that people want to do. Plus we have relationships with mints overseas, so we have really high-end collectibles. We order in from wholesalers. So basically, anything that you want to get gold and silver, we can probably get that, and including our own gold back type product that we do for customers. Um, I'm not trying to make one specific brand just for me so that I can be great. I'm trying to get gold in any and silver in any form that people want it at because it's so flexible. It's such a valuable thing. The underlying value of gold and silver. So for you, if you're trading your element token here, tokens, I should say, we can yeah, just find out what you want and then get you whatever you think you want to invest in. Because I've and this is something maybe if you're not too familiar with gold and silver, and I didn't know this at first because I was somebody what they would consider a stacker, just getting any kind of the best value of gold for your money, best silver value as much as you can, and that was it, right? But what I've found out that there's two levels of gold and silver collecting. One is the stacker, get as much as you can for as cheap as you can, and then the other side is high end valuable collectibles, and everything in between. So depends on what people want to do. If they want something rare and collectible, we can get that, and that can go up a huge high value. It can be a very speculative investment. Some of these I've seen pennies that are thousands of dollars, if you can believe that, because of the story behind it. So we're a full, I mean, offering on those, and we can educate people on how there's different things that they can get. So when you're diversifying, from crypto to gold and silver, there's also further diversification, and it's just basically what you want to do. And we
That's
have
great.
some of the most unique products actually in America. So
That's fantastic. Well, that's one of the things that attracted us to you. And the funny thing is the kind of the genesis of our story together is somebody walked in with a gold element coin.
yep,
And then that person said, "Hey, you should talk to these guys. You guys seem pretty aligned." So we're looking forward to it. Thank you. We appreciate you jumping on and letting the community get to know you. We're hoping we
yep.
can obviously send a lot of business your way. And thank you, Abe. Anything else you wanted
Yes.
to end with before
Well,
you
and
jump?
kudos to you. I mean, this is the first. I've worked with a lot of crypto companies. You guys have got it together. This is the best offering I've ever seen and organization so far in this industry, and I've been doing it for 10, 15 years. And so I'm really excited to work with you guys. So I'm
Thank you.
looking
We
forward.
we we appreciate that. Thanks, Abe.
You
Yeah,
bet.
thanks, Dave.
Bye.
See ya.
Okay, let's see. All right. Well, that was Abe Day. He's one of the partners. We promised you guys we'd start bringing people on. Abe's fantastic. We've met multiple times. He obviously he gets crypto. Abe hasn't kind of seen the full vision yet of really what Element is doing, and so we've just been kind of keeping him focused on accept the Element token. He's got a full product line, but obviously, I think there are more things we can do with Abe. Fantastic guy. Guy's 6 miles from my house. Had never heard of him before, and we go meet, and turns out he's the originator of the Goldback.
Yeah.
We've talked Goldbacks before. Really cool, huh, Paul?
Yeah, that was
When we
kind of a
connected all
fun
the
little,
dots.
yeah, it was kind of like a weird coincidence, right? Of like, wow, kind of full
Yeah,
circle,
exactly.
like
That was
small world
really
kind of thing, right in our backyard.
exactly.
So,
Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. I wanted to show you guys, give you another update. Let's see, share my screen. Okay, let's go ahead and share that. Paul, can you see my screen okay
yeah,
there?
yeah,
Okay, and so we are going to, nah, I'll just keep it like this. So, okay, you can see there, you can see that text message I got on Monday. This is from our other partner, Jay Peters. Pretty exciting stuff. He said, "Hey, Scott, just landed in Zanzibar. Tomorrow, I spend the day with the president." Now, he's talking about the president of Tanzania. I spend the day with the president as she wants a State of the Union on my projects, mining all the way to farming. I'll bring up the relationship with Element and what it could mean for the governments. Really cool. I've had a couple conversations with Jay this week, and really what he's doing is really expanding the mines. As you guys know, he has the big 100,000 hectare mine in Tanzania, of which Element owns a piece of it, and he's been getting offers on his mine. There's some very, very exciting things happening with Jay. We hope he's our next guest in 2 weeks, and so we'll see. And he has such a wonderful relationship with the president of Tanzania. And he has just been given 19 more mining concessions and has been, and Jay says, how can I work closely with Element with these 19 other concessions? Obviously, we can do the certifications, we can do the tokenization, we can create carbon credit projects. There's so much we can do. It's going to be such a wonderful relationship. So we look forward to getting back to you on his meeting with the president. We've been texting back and forth. He said, "Hey, can we chat on Wednesday," which is today. So I'll talk to him later. So hopefully we have a really cool update from Jay. But very exciting things happening. Speaking of exciting things happening, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but the Element token is just doing stuff. If you look here at the date starting at about June 26th, it just started going. Not a lot of volume. I think whoever's out there trading it is doing 3 to 5 grand a day. So you can imagine what's going to happen when some of these guys in the community and the people doing the market support start putting, 50, 100,000 a day at this. And so it's very exciting things. People have been saying, "Hey, look, what's up with Element? It's just staying. If you can look right there, it's just staying." And all of a sudden, boom, a couple guys got in and said, "Let me see what happens here if we start, putting a little bit of money." And it's just members of the community that decided to do it. I talked to one of these members the other day, and there's some very exciting things happening. One of the guests we brought on very briefly a couple weeks or a couple months ago now, Mitch Burton. He's a member of the community. He's putting a ton of money into market support and into some marketing efforts. And like we always say, that's a community driven effort. But that's coming, and they just kind of did a little test here to see what happened if they put a little bit of money. You can see what happened with the token. Very exciting things. We're right now, I think we're at 0001, where we've been at 0003 forever. And so we've, tripled basically over the past few days. And so it's exciting things. I believe we're all still heading into this really cool area of the altcoin season is kind of what everybody is calling it. And so it's going to be fun to see what happens there. But between great new partners, we have other partners. Either in 2 weeks or 4 weeks, we'll bring on another jewelry partner who's going to start accepting the Element token as well. The utility of the Element token is going to be fantastic. There's going to be so much that we can do with this token, jewelry, gold. And again, even if you talk to Abe, Abe has a full product line. It's not just gold and silver. You can use your Element for whatever he decides to accept for any of his products. But as soon as, and again, we still have the carbon credit projects going and hopefully working closely with the government of Tanzania to do carbon credits. and to work on these 19 mines that they've given to Jay, that the government has given to Jay. It's going to be exciting moving forward. Not only the excitement of what's happening on the market side, but the excitement of what's happening with the company. So, very, very cool stuff. Paul, you got anything to add?
I mean, yeah, lots of exciting stuff happening right now. We have been super busy. Just as a final reminder, the pinball event does end today, so this is your last chance to get in, swap. Hopefully you get that multiplier, get that free, extra boost of ELMT tokens. So yeah,
Yeah.
today's the last day for
And so,
that.
and this part is recorded because Abe couldn't join at 2 o'clock live, so it's actually 11 o'clock that we're filming this. And so we'll play this video as part of our update, and then Paul, I think you'll be on live, and maybe you can give a little bit more
Yeah.
information. I probably won't be on the live version. We're supposed to leave town. Have had the stomach flu, but we're going to leave town as soon as possible. So you'll probably just get the recorded version of me today. That's why I wanted to cover those three things with Abe, with what's happening in the market, with the element token, and what's happening with Jay out in Tanzania. So I'll go ahead and I'll stop recording this, and then you can take over live. That way we can make sure if there's any Q&A, any questions, you guys, Ali, and the rest of the team can answer those questions. So, all
Yeah, for sure.
right, you go ahead. I don't know how to end the recording, Paul. It's going to have to be
Okay,
you.
I'll end it.
I
But
run a tech company. I don't know how to stop record on this stupid thing. So anyway, if you can stop recording, that'd be fantastic. And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
okay, thanks, Scott.